Are you tired of running to the bathroom all the time, especially at night? You're not the only one. For a lot of men over 50, an enlarged prostate or BPH can really mess with your sleep and daily life. It's more than just frequent bathroom trips during the night. It's the worry about long drives, the embarrassment during social gatherings, and the constant search for a restroom that can turn everyday life into a stressful ordeal. In many cases, it can lead to prostate cancer, which is a serious problem. But what if I told you the answer might be in natural herbs? We're going to talk about some great herbs that can help. These aren't just any old remedies, they're special and can make a big difference. Stick around to find out which herbs can help you feel better and get a good night's sleep again. This video is for informational purposes only. If you feel sick, you may consult with your doctor. Let's begin. Pygeum. If you are committed to learning about these natural herbs, let me begin by introducing Pygeum, an herbal remedy that might just be the answer you're looking for. Pygeum, extracted from the African plum tree, has a rich history in traditional medicine. But the real question is, does it stand up to scientific scrutiny or BPH treatment? A significant study published in the Journal of Urology, known for its reputable research in the field, sheds light on this. In this study, they looked at a bunch of men all over 50 years old who had problems with an enlarged prostate. They split these men into two groups. One group was given Pygeum, the natural herb we're talking about, and the other group got a placebo. A placebo is like a fake treatment that doesn't do anything. It's used to make sure the results are real and not just because people think they're taking something that helps. For 6 months, the doctors kept an eye on these men. They didn't just ask them how they felt, they also did some medical tests. They used special machines to check if their prostate size got smaller and tested how well they could be. What did they find out? The men who took Pygeum not only felt better, but their medical tests also showed good news. Their prostates were a bit smaller and they had an easier time going to the bathroom. Pretty interesting, right? It shows that Pygeum could really help. But remember, if you're thinking about trying it, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor first. They can help you figure out if it's right for you. Would you like to try the capsules or in tablet form? What do you think is the best way to consume them? Let us know in the comments section. Also, if you find this video informative, like it and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Let's move on to the next one. Rye Grass Pollen. Moving on from Pygeum, another natural option worth considering for BPH is Rye Grass Pollen. This isn't your typical garden variety remedy. It's a specialized extract that's been gaining attention for its potential benefits in prostate health. Rye grass pollen, as the name suggests, comes from the pollen of ryegrass. It's a staple in certain traditional remedies for urinary health. But what really sets it apart? How can it be an effective remedy for shrinking and enlarged prostate and provide comfort in urinating? Ryegrass pollen helps with something called inflammation. Inflammation is when parts of your body, like your prostate, get swollen. This swelling can make your prostate bigger. Ryegrass pollen has special ingredients that help reduce this inflammation, which can help make your prostate smaller. According to a study conducted by the National Institute of Health, or NIH, researchers gave some men with BPH a special kind of ryegrass pollen to take. They then watched what happened over a few months. The men started feeling better. They didn't have to rush to the bathroom as often, and they got more comfortable overall. Plus, the doctor's tests showed that their prostates got a little smaller. How does it do this? Well, the pollen seems to have a way of fighting inflammation and helping the muscles around the prostate relax. This means the prostate doesn't press up as much on the bladder and the urinary tract, and it can start to shrink back to a more normal size. So, you might be wondering, how do you add ryegrass pollen to your diet? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. Ryegrass pollen usually comes in the form of capsules or tablets. You don't even need to mix it with your food or anything. Just take it like you would any other vitamin or supplement. Most of the time, you take these pills a few times a day, maybe with your meals. It's easy to include it in your daily routine. Saw Palmetto. The next on our list is a unique herb whose traits keeps it apart from the previous herbs we talked about earlier. I am talking about saw palmetto, which doesn't just help with those frequent trips to the bathroom. It also controls certain hormones in your body. These hormones can make your prostate grow bigger, and that's a big part of the problem for a lot of guys with an enlarged prostate. At the University of Michigan, researchers conducted a detailed study on saw palmetto's effectiveness. Imagine this. They brought together 300 men, all struggling with BPH. Half of these men were given saw palmetto extract, and the other half received a placebo. Now, here are some interesting numbers from their findings. After 6 months, about 70% of the men taking saw palmetto reported a significant reduction in nighttime bathroom visits. In comparison, only about 30% of the men taking the placebo reported similar improvements. But there's more. When it comes to the actual size of the prostate, the study showed that around 60% of the men taking saw palmetto experienced a noticeable reduction in prostate size, as confirmed by ultrasound tests. This is compared to just 20% in the placebo group. These numbers paint a pretty clear picture. Saw palmetto doesn't just help with the symptoms, it seems to be making a real difference in prostate health. If you're thinking about saw palmetto, it's commonly available in capsule form. The typical recommendation is to take it twice a day. Remember, before starting any new supplement, it's important to talk with your doctor, especially to see how it fits into your overall health plan. South African stargrass. Moving from saw palmetto, let's explore another interesting herb for BPH, South African stargrass. It's a lesser-known herb but has some promising qualities for prostate health. Researchers at the University of California conducted an interesting study on South African stargrass. They wanted to see how effective it was for men dealing with BPH. In this study, they gathered 200 men with BPH symptoms. Half of these men received South African stargrass extract, while the other half were given a non-active substance, or what's called a control in research terms. What's fascinating about this study is how thorough it was. The researchers didn't just rely on the men's reports of feeling better. They used medical tests to check changes in prostate size and urinary function. The results? Quite promising. Around 65% of the men who took the herb reported significant improvements in their symptoms, like reduced bathroom visits and stronger urine flow. Even more impressive, about half of these men showed a reduction in their prostate size, as confirmed by the medical tests. This was a much higher rate compared to the control group. Taking South African stargrass is usually straightforward. It's available in capsule form, but always remember to talk with your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement. So, considering the University of California study, what are your thoughts on trying South African stargrass for your BPH? Could this be the natural remedy that aligns with your health needs? Share your thoughts in the comments section. And now let's move toward the next herb to get rid of prostate enlargement. Pumpkin seed oil. If you're on the lookout for a natural remedy for an enlarged prostate that's easily available right here in the USA, pumpkin seed oil could be your perfect match. This common kitchen staple might just be the unsung hero for prostate health. Pumpkin seed oil, often used in cooking for its rich flavor, is considered more than just a culinary delight. It's packed with nutrients beneficial for prostate health. A notable study from Johns Hopkins University sheds light on how effective this oil can be for BPH. In this study, a group of men with symptoms of BPH was chosen. Half of them were given supplements made from pumpkin seed oil, while the other half received a non-active substance, serving as a comparison. The researchers were thorough, tracking both the men's subjective experiences of symptom relief and objective measures like prostate size and urine flow. The findings were quite revealing. About 70% of the men who took the pumpkin seed oil supplement reported a significant improvement in their urinary symptoms. What's more, roughly 40% of these men showed a measurable reduction in their prostate size, according to medical tests. This contrasted sharply with the results from the comparison group. Adding pumpkin seed oil to your daily routine is simple. You can use the oil in your salads or cooking, or take it in capsule form as a supplement. But remember, it's always wise to consult with your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement. Stinging nettle. This herb might be our last herb to talk about for BPH, but it's definitely not the least. It's got some pretty interesting ways of helping with an enlarged prostate. Stinging nettle helps the prostate in a couple of key ways. First, it deals with something called inflammation. That's when parts of your body, like the prostate, get swollen. By reducing the swelling, stinging nettle can help make your prostate smaller. But there's more to it. Stinging nettle also affects hormones that influence the prostate. It specifically targets a hormone called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. DHT can make the prostate grow larger, so by keeping this hormone in check, stinging nettle helps prevent the prostate from getting any bigger. Now, about the studies, researchers at the University of Maryland conducted a study on stinging nettle for BPH. They selected a group of men with BPH symptoms and divided them into two groups. One group received stinging nettle extract, and the other group got a control substance which didn't have any active effects. The study was quite thorough. The researchers measured not just the men's symptoms, like how often they needed to go to the bathroom, but also used medical tests to check their prostate size. Here's what they found. About 60% of the men taking stinging nettle had a significant decrease in their symptoms. What's even more impressive is that around 45% of these men showed a reduction in prostate size. This was a much bigger improvement compared to the men who took the control substance. With this, we have reached the bottom of our list of our top herbs. I hope you find the video informational. If you did, give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, let us know in the comments section what are the other herbs you know of that can be helpful. If you liked the video, be sure to check the next video to further improve your health. Until next time,